Low back pain has been described as the common cold of the body. More than 4 out of 5 people in Saskatchewan experience back pain at least once in their lifetime. Intervertebral discs are often damaged by repeated cycles of flexion and extension or flexion combined with rotation under load. Risk factors for low back pain are many. Just a few include poor posture, sedentary lifestyle, stress, poor core strength, and even smoking.
Hey, come over here and pick this up.
Yes, sir.
Come this way.
Ah! Sweet heavens! Bruce! Ah!
What were they saying?
Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Hello.
Hi there, how can I help you?
I have an appointment to see a physiotherapist today.
Sure, what's your name?
Bruce.
Yep, right this way. You can just go through the door there.
Thank you.
Hi, you must be Bruce.
Yes, I'm Bruce.
Hi, I'm Riley.
Nice to meet you, Riley.
I'm your physiotherapist. So what brings you into the office today?
Well, I was at work and I had to pick up this sandbag and I picked it up and I twisted and all of a sudden there was a hot, sharp, burning pain going down the side of my leg, and now it's just tough to walk even. It's excruciating.
Okay. What do you do for work?
I'm a foreman at a construction company, so...
Is it pretty physically active?
Some days. This day was particularly busy, so I had to help the guys.
Okay. On a scale of 0 to 10, what would you say your pain is at right now?
8 or 9. It's pretty brutal.
Okay. Is there anything that makes it better or worse?
It seems to be when I bend forward or if I'm twisting, I can't do it. It hurts too much.
Okay. Does it change throughout the day, or is it still pretty consistent?
It seems to be all the time right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Bruce, now that you're laying on your back, what I'm going to do is just lift your leg up, and I want you to tell me if the symptoms get better or worse.
Worse.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I'll just let this down. What I want you to do is roll over onto your belly. Okay. So now that you're on your belly, what I want you to do is push up into your hands, but keep your hips planted on the plinth.
Oh, that hurts.
Let's do one more.
Better. Much better.
So it sounds like you're having disc-related back pain, Bruce. So do you know what an intervertebral disc is?
No, I don't think I do.
So the intervertebral disc is a structure in between the bones of your spine, the vertebrae. So there are 2 layers to the intervertebral disc. There's an outer annulus fibrosus and an inner nucleus pulposus. So when you repeatedly flex your spine, sometimes that nucleus pulposus gets shoved out the back of the intervertebral space and compresses some of the nerves. So the nerves in your spine are the superhighways for information in your body. They send sensory signals and motor signals up to your brain and throughout the rest of your body. So sometimes when it gets compressed, it can send pain signals down your leg and even into your foot sometimes. So you said that you were experiencing pain in the back of your thigh and on the side of your foot. That is consistent with an L5-S1 disc herniation.
Wow, is that common?
Very common.
Huh. Am I going to be fixed soon or what?
In 12 weeks.
The main systems impacted by low back pain are the muscular and neuromuscular systems. However, since deconditioning is also a result of lower back pain, the cardiovascular system is also impacted. Because the disc bulge puts pressure on the nerve root, pain is often present in the back. It may radiate along the affected nerve into the leg and foot. This impacts a person's ability and desire to stay active, and deconditioning often results. This leads to muscle weakness and atrophy.
So how old are you, Bruce?
I'm 45 years old.
You're 45? Okay. What's your average diet like? What did you have for breakfast this morning?
I just picked up an Egg McMuffin from McDonald's on the way to work. I was a bit rushed this morning.
Okay. Do you smoke or drink?
Yeah, I've been smoking for about 20 years. I smoke about a pack a day, and I don't drink too much, just a couple cold ones here and there.
Being a smoker and living a sedentary lifestyle, Bruce may struggle to walk for extended periods of time. He should initially avoid activities such as light jogging, since it may put a compressive force on his spine, and biking, since it is typically performed in spinal flexion.
How physically active would you say you are?
Well, my job, sometimes I gotta lift things, so that keeps me pretty busy, and I take the dog for a walk a couple times a week.
Okay. How have you been sleeping since you got injured?
Oh, the pain is excruciating. I haven't been sleeping very well. No.
Okay. So what often happens after an injury such as this is that we don't sleep very well, we stop eating very well, we become less physically active, we drink more, we smoke more, and all of those contribute to a decreased ability to heal. So what I want you to do is maximize your healing ability. So I want you to try and walk as much as you can. So get up out of the chair, go for a walk, take your dog for multiple walks a day if you can.
He would like that.
Do you have any hobbies?
I like playing darts and ping pong.
Oh, me too.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, Bruce, so for the first 2 weeks of the exercise program, I want you to walk as much as you can, like I mentioned earlier. And also, there's some research that suggests that we can push the nucleus back into the intervertebral disc by extending your low back repeatedly. So remember those sloppy push-ups that you did earlier?
Yep.
Okay, so I want you to continue doing those. We're going to do 3 sets of 12 of those, okay?
Okay.
So let's see one.
Just like this?
Just like that. Nice and slow and controlled. Come down. Good. Good. There's some other research that suggests that if we train isometrically, so that means training your body not to move and maintaining a nice tight belly, we can reduce some of the micro movements within your spine and improve pain control.
Okay.
Early on in the program, our primary goal is to educate the patient. This involves making sure Bruce is aware of the importance of proper nutrition practices, sleep positioning, as well as spinal hygiene patterns in the acute stage of the injury. We emphasize brief and frequent isometric core exercises to reduce painful micro-movements. We taught relief positions to push the nucleus back into the annulus, and also nerve gliding techniques to improve motion of the nerves. And finally, we introduced moderately fast-paced walking, which has been referred to as nature's back balm.
Another important consideration is posture, okay? So right now, you're rounded in the back, and that's going to put a lot of pressure on that disc that I talked about before. So what I want you to do is think about rolling your pelvis forward and lifting your rib cage. Good. Yeah, perfect. See, we can see a nice curve in the back. That's what I want to see.
Feels much better. If you were to ask me my short-term goals, it would be to decrease pain. I'm at about an 8 or 9 out of 10 right now. I'd like to bump that down to about a 2. I'd like to get back in the workplace, and I'd like to begin to make some lifestyle changes. It's time I quit smoking for me and my kids. If we're talking long term, me, Bruce, I want to quit smoking. I want to be done with that. I want to be pain-free. I want to be understanding and implementing a new exercise program, and I want to be back to full duty at work. I want to be able to help the guys when they're in need. And frankly, I'm just too heavy. I need to lose 30 pounds. That's my goal in 12 weeks.
Muscle guarding of the lower back will affect Bruce's gait pattern. Due to pain radiating into the leg, strength and sensation to the affected limb will be altered while exercising. Core stabilizers and postural muscles may become deconditioned. Intervertebral disc pain will limit flexion and twisting motions. Exercises to be omitted are standing hamstring stretches, or abdominal twists.
Hello, Steve.
Bruce, good to have you back. Grab this for me.
Actually, my physiotherapist said I'm not quite ready yet.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm going to need some time. It's going to be several weeks before I can get back to heavy lifting duties. There's certain things I need to avoid in the immediate meantime. Just bending over and picking things up, twisting with my back. Those are big no-nos for me right now. It could aggravate my injury.
I want you to go on bed rest for 2 days and then come back.
No, actually, bed rest is bad. I'm going to be here doing light duties at work. I'm going to need to be getting up, walking around, and doing some of the relief positions my physiotherapist showed me.
During the mid-stage of the program, we introduced resistance training exercises, such as heel-raised goblet squat and kettlebell deadlift, with a focus on reintegrating compressive and shear forces on the spine as tolerated. Bruce still has a gym membership, so he has easy access to gym equipment. We continued nerve gliding techniques as outlined previously and worked on reintroducing unloaded pain-free spinal movements such as the cat-cow.
So Bruce, how has the last week gone?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, I'm feeling better about my exercises, and yeah, the pain's definitely gone down, so that's good.
So you've been in the gym doing some resistance training for the last 6 weeks or so. How's that gone? How have you been finding the gym?
It was a little scary at first, but I've actually lost 20 pounds now, so feeling good.
I'm glad to hear it. So over the course of your program, we've progressed you from just basic core exercises that focus on isometric strength and progressed you into more resistance training and using weights. We've focused on nerve gliding techniques, and we've increased your tolerance to axial and shear loads on the spine, and that's exactly what we're looking for. I'm happy to hear it.
During the late phase of the program, things got a lot more interesting. All of our exercises progressed to create more shear and compressive forces through changes in the position of the load or range of motion. Squats progressed from a goblet squat to light front squats. Bruce began sumo deadlifting from blocks and then progressed to pulling from the floor. We began working on progressing to a hex bar deadlift and eventually a conventional deadlift, first from blocks and then moving to the floor. We also progressed from a bilateral farmer carry to a unilateral carry, and this is because research suggests that when using the same total load, a bilateral farmer carry creates less compressive load on the spine than a unilateral carry. We decided to include kettlebell swings into the program as well. There is interesting research done by Stuart McGill on kettlebell movements which suggests that a hip hinge style Russian kettlebell swing actually creates a posterior shear force on the spine which is opposite from what is expected. Most strength training movements exert an anterior shear force on the spine. This has been cited as a reason for improving back pain in some individuals. Our goal is strength and injury resilience through these exercises.
Coming through! That's the Bruce I know.